What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be uncovering 15 tips, tricks, and hidden features for the 5th gen Toyota 4Runner. So you might be a proud 5th gen 4Runner owner, or maybe you're thinking about getting one of these vehicles. Well, I've owned this 2017 4Runner behind me for quite a few years now, and in that time, I've discovered some neat hidden features, or what you might call hacks. The 5th gen 4Runner has a number of features that typically go unnoticed by many owners. I personally discovered many of these through trial and error or just by chance. I won't bore you with a bunch of talking in this intro, so let's just jump right into the video and go over these 15 tips, tricks, and hidden features that will hopefully make your 4Runner experience even better. All right, so number one, the annoying door chime sound. Let's say we see somebody we know, we want to jump out of the vehicle and have a conversation with them. So we open up our door, we turn off our vehicle, and there's that annoying sound, that annoying door chime sound. So if you want to turn this off, say you want to have a conversation, don't want to listen to the sound in the background, simply take your finger and press this button right here. Boom, stops the sound, do your thing. Come back in your vehicle, start it up, don't have to close your door, and just go on your way. So that's number one, that's how to stop that annoying door chime sound. All right, so the second tip or trick that I've discovered has to do with the sunroof. When opening the sunroof, you'll take the slide button and you'll open it, and you'll let your sunroof open fully. So the sunroof is currently opening up right now, and then eventually it will stop. Now you think the sunroof is fully open, but if you take your finger and move the slide button again, it will open up another inch. So it just gives you a bit more of an opening. I'm not too sure why Toyota did this. It doesn't really make sense. Why wouldn't it just open all the way? But that's just a cool little tip or trick I've noticed. So that's number two. All right, so number three, this is more of a hack. This is a way to keep your radio on when parked with the engine off and all other accessories off. So I discovered this by accident one day. I just left the vehicle in drive, turned off the engine, and the radio stayed on. And then I shifted it into park. There were no noises, everything was off, all the accessories. I wasn't using any power or anything like that, but I was able to listen to the radio. So this could be helpful if you pull up and you're waiting for somebody, say you're waiting for your wife or girlfriend or kids from soccer practice or something, and you want to listen to the radio, but you don't want to have all the other accessories on, draining your battery. So basically what you do is you just have the vehicle in drive, pull up, turn off the engine, and then shift it up into park. And the radio is currently on. So I'll just show you that. All right, so that is hack or tip number three. All right, so number four has to do with the headlights. If you leave your headlights on and you turn your vehicle off, all you have to do is press the lock button twice. The second time you press it, it will turn your headlights off. Now, this is a neat feature to, save your battery, but what I find is it can actually cause you to drain your battery. Say you're inside the vehicle and you're relying on this, pressing your lock button twice to turn off your headlights. Once you turn your vehicle off, say somebody calls you or something and you're sitting inside your vehicle, if you're on a lunch break or something at work, you're just going to drain your battery because your headlights will stay on until you basically lock the vehicle. So it's a cool feature, but I could see how it could be misused and cause you to drain your battery. So that is number four, turning off the headlights automatically with the key fob. Neat feature, but it does have some downsides. All right, number five, did you know you have a bunch of features you can add and customize, like being able to roll down your windows with just your key fob, like I just did? You can turn off sounds like the seatbelt chime, door chimes, change the sensitivity of your automatic headlights. Some dealerships will charge you a cost to do this, or you can do it yourself at home with an app called Carista. Simply download the app on your phone, use an OBD2 reader to make changes. If you would like more information on this, I do have a video on the channel. At the end of this video, check out the description below for a link to that video. That's number five. All right, number six, did you know a remote start is included from factory on select models? If you have a 2020 to 2024 TRD Pro or Limited, you have remote start on your vehicle. And if you live in Canada, I've heard the off-road premiums of the same year include remote start from factory, but for some reason in the US, they aren't included. Kind of strange. An easy way to find out if you have remote start on your vehicle is press your key fob 3 times and hold on the 3rd press. If you do not have remote start on your vehicle and have a 2010 to 2019 4Runner, it's really easy to install remote start. It only takes 45 minutes. I do have a video on the channel as well for that if you're interested. At the end of this video, check out the description. I'll leave a link below in there for you. Okay, number 7, did you know your fuel door has a convenient gas cap holder? This allows you to keep your gas cap clean and prevents you from scratching your paint and prevents dirt from entering your fuel tank. All right, number 8, rollback or hill start assist. The 5th gen 4Runner has a system that helps prevent the vehicle from rolling backwards if you're starting on a steep incline or a slippery surface. The system uses what feels like anti-lock braking to prevent the vehicle from moving backwards. It sounds clunky and you'll probably think there's something that's wrong with your vehicle, but that's just how the system works. It will engage the system, it will kind of clunk, 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 and you'll get some kind of warning signs on your dash that will flash, and you'll kind of feel the vehicle being prevented from rolling backwards just with that kind of jerky braking sensation. Just hit the accelerator and you'll be on your way. That's number 8. All right, so number 9 is extra storage in your 4Runner. If you have a 4Runner with 3 rows, behind the 2nd row, you'll actually have extra storage behind there. So if you flip those seats forward, you can put stuff behind the seats. If you have a 4Runner with just 2-row seating, under the 2nd row, you can actually put stuff under the seats. So just some extra room there for extra storage, something a lot of people don't realize they have with their 4Runner. All right, number 10 is the middle row seats. A lot of people don't realize that those middle row seats can actually move back and forth, and they can also recline. There is a recliner there. You can flip them forward or you can recline them backwards. Just a feature that not a lot of people realize they have in that 2nd row seating in the 5th gen 4Runner. All right, number 11 is the windshield wiper De-Icer button. A lot of people don't realize this, but the 5th gen 4Runner has a windshield wiper De-Icer built into the windshield. It's a kind of an element. You press the button next to your steering wheel, it sends power into that element, it warms up and it melts ice, snow from around your windshield wipers and allows the windshield wipers to work. I'm sure you've seen people flip their windshield wipers up, or perhaps you've done it yourself. Not really necessary with the 5th gen 4Runner because you can just press that button and after a few minutes it will thaw out and those windshield wipers will be able to move. It's a common area for ice, snow, and things like that to build up. So it is a neat feature, and I'm happy Toyota put that on the 5th gen 4Runner. So just a neat little feature. Not a lot of people realize what that button is for, but that is what it is for. All right, number 12, tissue holder or pen holder. In our center console there, if we open it up, there is a holder for a pen and there's also a tissue holder. It's very hard to find the correct tissues that go into that compartment, but that is what it is for. A lot of people wonder what it's for. I've heard of people online that have found the correct tissue size that fits perfectly, but the only way they were able to order it was in bulk. So they ordered like a big, huge package of 100 of them, and they were trying to give them away on forums and stuff like that. A neat thing you can actually install in that center console is a hidden compartment. It fits in that thing flush, it sticks in there, and you can basically store like your passport, wallet, anything like that you wouldn't want to have stolen. If a thief gets into the car, opens up that console, it's flat, it's flush. You have to kind of press around and it opens up, and then you have kind of this hidden kind of compartment. So that's a neat thing you can actually install in that center console compartment there. But yeah, just something that not a lot of people realize. All right, number 13, how to turn off the eco light on your dash. There's that annoying eco light. There is a way to turn it off, and it actually is quite easy. What you do is you go on your steering wheel, you press the display button a series of times, it will bring you to a menu, and then inside that menu, you can turn off that eco light. I'll show you how to do that right now. All right, so by pressing the display button, you'll go through the different options. When you hold down the display button, you'll make a selection. So once you get to settings, hold it down, and that will give you the menu. Then go down to eco lamp, hold down the button to get into the options for eco lamp, press it once, and then hold on off, and then you will turn the eco lamp off. Now you can exit out of the menu. All right, number 14, did you know your 4Runner can drive itself? Well, kind of. It has what's called downhill assist control, or DAC. The vehicle will control its own speed basically while descending steep terrain without the driver using the brake pedal. To activate the system, you must be in 4 low. have your rear diff unlocked, be at a full stop or traveling under 15 miles per hour with the gas and brake pedal released. You can now press the DAC button, and that will allow your vehicle to basically control its own speed while descending steep terrain. Refer to your user manual for more information on how to use this function. All right, number 15. So the 5th gen 4Runner has a system that's called brake assist. Basically, this system generates an increased level of braking force after the system detects what's called a panic stop situation. Basically, if you suddenly or quickly press your brake pedal, it will engage the system, which applies even more force to your brakes. The brakes kind of feel like they want to lock up when this happens, and you may notice your tires chirp. Personally, I don't like this feature because I'd rather have full control over the brakes myself, and I don't like the extra attention that it draws, and I'm usually concerned about being rear-ended when I engage the system. If you don't want the system to take over or engage, just try avoiding sudden braking or forceful braking. All right, guys, I think that sums up the 15 tips, tricks, and hidden features for the 5th gen 4Runner. If you guys found this content useful, please like and subscribe. I hope to come up with a lot more videos, and I really appreciate you guys' support. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye now.